No, Will, we're fine. You're not even that encumbered, and also you're relatively close to where you're going to sleep tonight, so... Just, maybe what I'm trying to say here in a roundabout way is quit your damn bitching all the time. Whiny piece of crap. Tuck it up. You're not even that encumbered. First short story / novella is The Heart of Darkness. It's the first book you ever read in English. Joseph Conrad is excellent. Heart of Darkness is also pretty good. The horror. The horror. Joseph Conrad, real good. Perfidious Pete approves. Perfidious Pete's all-time favorite short story is a short story called Virtual Realities by a man named Chris Kubasik. It is astoundingly good. You'll have a very difficult time finding that, chat, but if you can find a copy, I wholeheartedly recommend it. It is my favorite short story of all time. It's not the greatest short story ever written, because, again, probably Bartleby the Scrivener, but it is my favorite short story. Just because something is the best doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your favorite. Like, The Great Gatsby is the greatest novel ever written, but it's not my favorite novel either. It's up there, though. Gatsby's real good. Should all read Gatsby. Have you ever been interested in or done any writing? Well, I mean, I have a degree in English. Literature is no small part of that, so yes, I've done actually a considerable amount of writing in pursuit of that. I also, yes, have done some creative writing as well. Perfidious Pete has written 2 novels. No one will ever read them because they're terrible, but, you know, they're in a drawer somewhere. No one will read them while I'm alive. I should put that out there. If you guys, somebody wants to loot my corpse and read my unpublished, unfinished, poorly edited novel, you're welcome to do so, but you're wasting your time because it's not good. The name of the author of Virtual Realities is named Chris Kubasik. It is fantastic. Is there a cave up here that I never knew about? I realize I'm just wandering in a circle, but really my only goal is to just head back to the camp office before night falls. That short story, actually it's more of a novella, really. It's pretty old. Written in like the early... maybe the early... actually, it might not even have been the early 90s. It might have been like the very late 1980s. It's pretty old, but it is brilliant. Really good. Let's trick down the hillside here. As long as we're up high... what is it about wolves that they always avoid, like, high elevations and steep hills? Wolves never want to seem to walk uphill. Are they just really, really lazy when it comes to... they're like, I'm an apex predator. I fuck walking uphill. That's just work for dummies. I'll just wait till my prey comes down here to feed, and then I'll murder them. Not walking uphill. It's too much effort. I'm so gonna shatter every one of my limbs, though. Kubasik, it's with a K. 1991 is the publication date. Well, there you go. How did I get all the way around over here? Seemed like I should have come around this far. I guess I went farther around the bend than I expected. Oh, eat my ass, the long dark. I was walking on a level surface, and now I've got a sprained wrist and ankle. Nobody in this game has any fucking calcium in their bodies anywhere. Their bones just snap like dry old twigs. Drop of a hat. Just like, nah, all my limbs are gonna just straight up shatter. That's fine. We're gonna go sleep for like 14 hours anyway. Our sprained wrist and sprained ankle will heal while we spend the 340 hours inside while we wait for darkness to go away. Was it? It was, yes, from a Shadowrun thing. Yeah. Several Battletech novels. If you say it so, I believe it. The guy was sort of a prolific writer in the early 90s. I think he's since retired. Well, we got a lot of sticks, so we should burn some of those, make a fire, probably boil some water, maybe purify it, because we got a bunch of water purification tablets that are going bad anyway. And then, honestly, I don't really know what we should do for the rest of the night.
But I'll make it.
Yeah. You have a sprained wrist and a sprained ankle. I think you will make it. That's a good assessment of your current state. I'll probably live. The sprained ankle probably won't kill me. We have 43 sticks. Probably don't need all those. Let's drop all of them. There we go. Now we have a giant pile of sticks. Let's take some of these, and we will use those then to start a fire in this wood stove. Cedar firewood. No, I'd really rather just use a stick, please. Birch tinder bark and some cardboard matches. You know what? Let's give it a whirl. I'd really like my fire starting skill to go up. There's supposed to be, like, skills in this game, but we don't ever seem to be getting better at making a fire, despite the fact that we do it a lot. Why didn't it work? Because we're using birch bark as tinder. We're trying to light a log with birch bark. Here we go again. Attempt number 2. Don't talk to the fire, Will. You're gonna startle it. That's part of the magic. You just gotta keep quiet. You will the fire to exist. We have plenty of food. What I'd like to find is something we could use to hunt some food, though. That would be delightful. Maybe a hunter's bow, something like that. I don't know. 2 hours and 15 minutes. That should get the cabin nice and toasty warm. And in the meantime, let's see what we can do about food. Alright, we're going to eat this fresh venison. That should be enough to get us through the night. I think we'll take a couple hours and maybe... You know, we should make a nice cup of tea, too. That's enough to get us through the night. Let's boil some water here. I'm going to make, like... Let's melt 4 liters of snow. This is going to take a while, but we're going to actually purify this with those water purification tablets, because otherwise they're just going to go bad. One of the books you wanted to read when you were learning English was The Fairy Queen. Are we talking about Edmund Spenser's epic poem, The Fairy Queen? Because honestly, I got to say, for trying to like do ESL stuff, probably not a great thing to read, since a lot of that is sort of archaic English that really, you know, it's just kind of, words are spelled weird, and I think that would actually make the task more difficult as opposed to easier. Like, artificially inflating the difficulty level of learning English by reading The Fairy Queen. It's good. I like The Fairy Queen. It's actually the longest English language poem ever written. Also, if you've read all of Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen, technically you can join a club for people who have read all of The Fairy Queen, because it's really, really, really long. There's a club for people who have read the whole thing. So we should bust this lantern and use the metal scraps to fix our new lantern. I don't remember why I got this torch out. Was I doing something with food? Oh, I was going to purify water. Don't I have water purification tablets? I do. Use. We're just going to get rid of these. Use it again. And one more. Who said a third time was the charm? I like Baudelaire. It's pretty good. I don't speak French, though, so I imagine Baudelaire would be more interesting if you read it in the original French. So let's get rid of some of this water. We just purified a whole bunch of it. Oh, I wanted to make a cup of tea, though. Let's have a nice cup of there. Yeah, cook that. Sweet. Nice cuppa. Where's my tea? Hot tea? Rishi tea. No, this is not what I want. Rosehip tea. No, I should have just regular tea, though. Drink. Regular cup of herbal tea. Hot. That's right. It's always good to drink a cup of tea and then throw a torch under your bed and then go to sleep in it. What could possibly, you know, happen in a negative of sleeping with a lit torch under the bed? There's no way that could go wrong. See? Told you. 10 hours of sleep, nothing bad happened to us. Apart from the fact that it's piss dark and we can't see anything. I'm gonna go back to sleep for another hour. We slept 10 hours, and sun is still nowhere even close to visible. There we go. Now we can see. Where'd that burned out torch go? I'm just gonna keep the burned out torches in a pile on the other side of the stove, actually.
Eat anything right about now.
Yeah. I'm so starving. Here. Just so I don't have to listen to you whine. Where'd that burned out torch go, though? I want to drop that. Yeah, drop that. We should get rid of this other lantern as well. I don't really need it. We can... You know what? I'm just gonna... It takes an hour? I'm not wasting an hour of daylight to bust a lamp. That's just ridiculous. Oh, this still has lantern fuel in it, too. Here, put this away. Just set that down. There we go. Oh, good. I put down the bad one. Nice. Well, let's equip this one, because this is the one I don't want. There we go. And then pick this one up. It's the good lantern. This is the bad lantern. Good lantern, bad lantern. Green lantern, red lantern. Sometimes there's a blue lantern, because of course there is. Fuzzy Predator, hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. There's also a beard club from people with too much facial hair. I'm not sure that's even possible, chat. I just really don't think you can have too much facial hair. What's too much? Where do you draw the line? We need food. I really want a gun. Let's get rid of some of these flares, though. We still have too many of these. We're just stashing shit in here. Let's get rid of 2 of these flares. How are we doing on weight? Well, I mean, okay. Probably don't need this lantern oil. We definitely don't need, like, 2 extra sewing kits. We probably really don't need these tools, either. I'd love to try my hand at fishing, but in order to try my hand at fishing, I'm going to have to be able to get out to the freaking lake, and the lake is absolutely, at all times, utterly infested with wolves. We're not going to be able to go down there until we have an efficient way to kill or otherwise neutralize said wolves. We could build another rabbit snare. Some scrap metal under here. Also, we didn't search this workbench.
I could use this.
Haven't watched The Long Dark since it was in early access. Well, we are playing in story mode, so things here are going to be a little bit different than the standard survival. Right now, we're on a quest to go get the world's most selfish trapper some magic medicine, because the medicine that we had was apparently not fucking good enough. Be like, no, I don't want this medicine. I want the good medicine. We were like, oh, okay, I guess we'll go get it. Where'd all that scrap metal? I was gonna say, I just picked up a bunch of scrap metal. I don't want to carry it around. We don't really need these rose hips either. Or that. Or even all of this cloth. There we go. I got 4 bandages, and that's all I need. There's no way I'll be injured more than 4 times. There's people who have Wolfman syndrome where they grow hair everywhere except the palms of their hands and the soles of their feet. Yeah, but I say, what's too much facial hair? Don't you judge the Wolfman. Alright, we're going to the lookout tower. Speaking of which, let's take a quick peep at our map. We should go over here by this lake as well, because isn't there a chance we could find a survival bow over here? I think there's like down in this lake area, there's a chance. I'm going. I want the survival bow. I want something I can use to kill a wolf. A post-apocalyptic world where sought-after medicine is the currency. Apparently not, because we walked up to the guy and we're like, whoa, geez, you need painkillers and antibiotics and whatnot, disinfectant, that sort of stuff to help with your bear wounds? Well, gee, we have all that stuff in our backpack, and Jeremiah's like, no, sorry, it's no good, kid. You got to go to the dam. I want the brand name medicine. I'm not going to have any of your Walgreens brand disinfectant. No, sir. Not for me. I'm not taking some kind of off-brand generic. I don't care that it's right here, ready and available to apply to my grievous injuries. And also, you know, I'd like to add like a third of the price. No, no, no. It's a name brand or nothing for me. I want Sudafed for my cold. Your wall-fed Walgreens brand CVS knockoff. Get that shit out of here. I always feel bad for like Walgreens brand, CVS brand stuff. It's the exact same chemicals. It just doesn't, you know, it just doesn't have the flair. It's like a Khloe Kardashian. It's basically exactly the same as its more famous counterpart. It just doesn't get as much credit. And doesn't get to be married to Kanye. Get to be married to Kanye, Pete? Doesn't have to be married to Kanye? Not really sure how that sentence should be fully constructed. And honestly, not sure I'm qualified to judge. Maybe they're deliriously happy together. Maybe it's not an empty sham marriage for publicity's sake. What do I know? I'm just a single man who plays video games on the internet. Those punks and their prescription prices, I'm telling you, man. It's the way it works. Well, there is the first of between 9,000 and 7,000 wolves that will be infesting the area. I'm going to go ahead and get our flare gun out just in case, because in this instance, I'm pretty certain there is no way that wolf is onto me at this range. I have no meat and nothing that's giving me a scent. I'm also downwind from the bastard. He should not be closing in on me this fast. Let's skirt around the edge and see if maybe we can deke him. Maybe he wasn't coming after us. Maybe he just happened to be walking in the same direction. Also, maybe I could turn into Elmer Fudd for a moment there. He's walking in the same direction. Alternatively, I suppose I could have been Barbara Walters for a moment. I'm Barbara Walters. Okay, maybe he wasn't coming for us specifically. It's just he coincidentally happened to be traveling in a similar direction. Was it coincidence, or is it conspiracy? You decide. The Secret Wolf Agenda. Friday, 2020. I really want to find some saplings that we can cut down that I can either begin to make the survival bow, or I would like to find a survival bow. Mostly what I'm trying to get at is that I really want a survival bow. Or a gun. Just really anything I can use to murder wolves. I just want a way to defend myself. We've played through the first, I don't know, what the first whole act of this game. Not really sure the number of hours that took, but it was, you know, more than a few. And we still have no way at all to defend ourselves from wolves. We just have to wait till they run up on us and bite us and then punch them or stab them in the head. Call me crazy, but that doesn't exactly seem like the most efficient way to fight a savage predator. Well, let's wait until it bites us and then we'll fight it. I couldn't, you know, beat it with a stick from range or anything. I gotta just wait till it starts chewing my arm off. I can't fight back. What is this? The Bush administration? I can't go preemptively strike. Oh, it scared the holy living shit out of me so much I shook the camera. Oh, shit! Great. It was not loaded. Sprained my ankle, tore my clothing. I'm lacerated. Am I bleeding? Am I... See what I was talking about? I forgot to reload the gun, apparently. Good work, Pete. We have a wolf bite. Sprained ankle. I'm not going to bandage my sprained ankle. That may be a little overcautious. Am I bleeding? No, but the wolf is. Good, I hope he dies. I'm going to rip his skin off and eat it. See, I'm hungry enough to eat a wolf's skin. Well, we already got into the fist fight, so we could follow his blood trail and track him. I'm actually mostly upset about the fact that he tore my clothes. I gotta fix those clothes, you jerk. You know, I hand-sewed some of this stuff. Wolves, no respect, man. The wolves are suspect. Oh, you know what we should also do so that that doesn't happen again? Let's reload the damn flare gun. There we go. So that next time when we pull it out and point it at a wolf, it doesn't just go click, click. Because, you know, what if that had been not a wolf, but a bear? We'd be dead right now. The wolves are suspected of having weapons of mass destruction. It's okay to hit them with a preemptive strike. Well, I mean, as long as I've got chat's congressional approval. If you're willing to give me the go-ahead, Chad, I mean, all right. I'll invade. Plus, think how
Holy
low...
shit pickles, was that a sub?
Think how low gas prices will get. Jelly Deal and Aspic, also, thanks very much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Look, get some stabbies in chat for Lark. I want to see your... Show me your stabby. I want to see your stabby. Also, your subs scared the shit out of me, too. When I play the Long Dark, I get real jumpy. Mostly because I'm afraid that every tiny sound is a wolf just waiting to rip my throat out. Mostly because history has taught me that every sound is, in fact, a wolf waiting to rip my throat out. It's a conditioned response. I got like a Pavlov's dog kind of thing working here. We are back by where we were, so if we keep going this way, we're going to wind up back at Jeremiah's cabin, and I don't want to be back at Jeremiah's cabin. That's a lot of stabby, Chad. You know, when Will grunts, it sounds a little orgasmic. It's like he's tugging one out under his thick layers of clothing. Be like, ugh, that wolf might get me. I better make sure I die fulfilled. I feel loved. Free cinnamon rolls. Now you're talking my language. Love cinnamon rolls. So the trapper's cabin is back in that direction. I really want something I can use to defend myself. Anything. Come on, the Long Dark. Throw me a friggin' bone here. What's your problem, Will? So you don't feel so good? Said it again. Why do you not feel good? Also, I'm going to find this wolf. We got this blood trail we can follow. Where'd he run off to? This way? I'm stealing that wolf's skin at this point. He started it. Where'd your blood trail go, though? It got blood, blood, more blood. Does it just end? Nope, here we go. Oh, I see. The blood spots don't actually spawn until you're within, like, a very certain, and by certain I mean ridiculously small radius of the blood. Did I just hear a wolf? Just in case. I thought I heard a bark. So the trapper's note said somebody was hoarding hunting supplies up at the old lookout place. Also, some of this old man's beard would not be bad in case we get bitten by another wolf. We'll have something we can, you know, put on our gangrenous wounds. Pete, how are your wounds gangrenous? Well, I mean, I just assumed. Who wants to have a wound that isn't gangrenous? I mean, if you're gonna get wounded, you gotta go for the gangrene. That's just part of the experience. You don't want to have a wound that you don't let get in, you want to let it get gangrenous. That way you can, you know what it's like to have lived during the Civil War. Be like, oh, well, sorry, you've, you know, you got nicked with the bullet there in the thigh. We're gonna have to cut your leg off. Is there some kind of time limit on getting this old guy his drugs? I mean, I suppose we'll find out, Fuzzy Predator, if we go back to his cabin and he's dead. We'll know we have exceeded a time limit.
I've been so hungry in my life.
Oh, are we? Do we need food? Here. Eat a chocolate bar. That should tide you over. I guess we'll find out the hard way. Also, you know what? If he does drop dead from us not having gotten him the medicine in time, I kind of feel like he deserves it a little. I don't want to sound too callous, but, I mean, I did have medicine in my backpack that I could have just given him, but no, he was too good for it. He's like, no CVS brand stuff here, Pete. I want the name brand only. Go get me prescription medicine. I'll be like, but dude, this stuff works just as good. You wanted antibiotics. I've got you've got to be shitting. I sprained my ankle just walking uphill. Whatever. Yeah, now, well, you know what, Will? At least now you got a matching set. That sprained ankle goes with the other one. Congratulations. Now you've got a perfect pair. Our goal was to get over to the lookout tower. Well, I can't sprain my ankles anymore because they're already sprained. Take that, Long Dark. Get hoisted. Take that, Space Coyote. Can't break my legs when they're already broken, can you? That's a radio tower. There's the lookout. Is that a bunny? He's coming right for us. Well, chat, I mean, I didn't want to have to do this, but you guys could see this bunny. He's out for our blood. We're hurt. He's got the bloodthirst. The bunny has got to go. Oh, I just missed. Yeah, I know, and we also have hypothermia. I'm trying to get to the lookout tower as quick as possible, but I am going to stop and throw rocks at rabbits on the way. You fiend, hey, what's up, bro? This dude sprains his ankle while taking a piss. Come on, he wasn't doing anything as strenuous as peeing when he broke his ankle. Besides, I think while peeing, he'd be more inclined to sprain his wrist, because, you know, he's got to hold his dick.
So cold.
Shut up, Will. Normally, you complain about how hungry you are. Get wrecked, bunny. I'm trying to fix the whole hunger issue, and you're just like, oh, I'm so cold now. Make up your damn mind. Are you hungry or cold? I can only fix one of those problems at a time. Well, we're walking on 2 broken ankles, and I gotta say, we're not going very fast. It's, taking our good sweet-ass time here, Will. You know, you are freezing to death, right? You are aware of this? And, warmth and safety exist at the top of this mountain. So, maybe you should, I don't know, step on it a little? Fuzzy Predator, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the nice circle. Keep walking there, pal. Oh, but my ankles are both broken. Oh, you're making me walk miles uphill over the frozen creek and icy... Yeah. Cry me a river.
I could eat anything right now.
Fine. You can eat anything right now? How about a dusty can of condensed milk? No, it's fine. I mean, we're not freezing to death or anything. Take your time. Well, the lookout tower should be at the top of this hill. If we don't get there pretty quick, I'm going to have to stop and start a fire. How's our condition looking? Yeah, see, we're actually pretty hurt here. Some of that is from the wolf fight, but some of it is us losing condition from the cold. How do you eat condensed milk? I don't know. You open your mouth, throw it down your neck hole, maybe chew it a little. I have to assume since we're freezing to death, the condensed milk may have also been mostly or partially frozen. You probably had to chew it a little. Sweetened condensed milk should have way more calories in it than like 500 per can, too, because it's basically just pure sugar. Also, you know, with some milk in it. We're not going to be able to walk up that. Yeah, welcome to Broken Ankleville. Broken Ankleburg. It's probably a burg. Come on, go around before we get to Shadowed Ankleburg. There you go. Perfect.
Smarts a bit. I'm gonna need some first aid.
Good God, Will, could you whinge a little more and tell me how you need some first aid and how that smarts a bit and how your shattered ankles are about to fall apart? Oh, God, I'm leaving a blood trail where I'm walking up this hill on my tattered stumps. Yeah. You know, whining about it ain't gonna make the stumps any less tattered, buddy. These dogs be barking if there were anything left except for just a ragged stump of meat. You know what? You want to get off your meat stumps? Hoof it up this hill a little quicker and you won't have to be walking around on them anymore. You can come up here where there's a nice warm bed.